clinch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
They'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on second down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Back to throw. Foster.
That's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
There's a gain of 6. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Looking to throw. Foster. It's caught by Mike Evans.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in the divisional round of the playoffs here. That head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Well, normally you'd have to say yes, but I do think that the way things went last week, how he played the wild card win, how sensational he was, that'll stop his head from spinning. And now he's in a situation that's getting towards uncharted territory because you've got Joe Flacco, Mark Sanchez, the only 2 rookies doing 2 playoff games in 1 year. He's trying to join that company, but it's not going to be easy to get it done.
4 yards the game, and it will bring up a 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Off play action. Foster.
But he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 9th play of the drive there. 3rd and a country mile. Back to throw. Foster. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
But you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd down. Moreland.
Open man is the tight end, John Bates.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Moreland. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
On 1st down, Moreland. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Back to throw again. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. Touchdown! Curtis Samuel, a 20-yard touchdown.
And the Commanders are on the board first here in this division round matchup.
I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Foster now on first down. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A shotgun give to now a loose football. The ball comes out.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this,
and
it is cold.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington.
Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Sly on for the extra point.
And it's good to make it 14-0. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From the 6. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Back now comes Tampa Bay. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's Foster, looking to throw on second down. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. On the draw, this is Fournette. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 41-yard line.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Foster looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Now Foster to throw. Off play action. Flushed out right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Back to throw. Foster.
Oh, he's got his tight end, Mo Alley-Cox, complete.
And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Moreland. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Off the play fake. Moreland toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And a nice gain of 21 yards. On 1st and 10, Moreland. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
A give running right, Gibson.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Forced out to his left.
They'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Moreland. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back.
Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson
as the first half is winding down.
And the Commanders continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
And 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes it at the 7. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. So
a look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here come the Commanders for the first possession of the third quarter.
And they have made this look easy. I mean, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
That's Samuel, caught left side.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Charles, you look at this offense, they're the #1 seed, a Super Bowl favorite, but it's hard to avoid the topic that this is a rookie quarterback under center making his first ever postseason appearance. Any concern level there?
Well, I would think that we'd all have some concern because, you know, a rookie quarterback, that's just not normal, right? But I think I'd be a lot more concerned if they were the 6 or 7 seed and had to go on the road and play in a hostile environment. What if it was cold outside? But here you got a guy who's been solid all year, led them to all those wins, the #1 seed. I think they have unquestioned belief in him. They also feel like they have a responsibility to help carry him along as well.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Off play action. Moreland completes it to Samuel. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted.
Picked up by Lavonte David.
And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup.
Throwing again. Foster.
That's going to be caught by Coulter.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Looking to throw. Foster.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Cameron Curl. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here, they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Slide for the PAT.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. But we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Curtis Samuel and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one, because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here, 3rd quarter. We'll see what else he has in store for us. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC. Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On the counter, this is Robinson. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Again, it's Robinson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. That will complete downfield to Thomas. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, 35 yards. And the Commanders are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. Now Joey Slye for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was capped off by the Logan Thomas touchdown catch. Fielded right around the 8. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Throwing to start the drive. Foster. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Foster. He's got it complete to Thompson. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a 1st down on that effort. Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Open down the middle of the field. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Again, he'll drop to throw. This is caught by Evans. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Graham, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25.
The Commanders' offense returning to the field. And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
Man, it's contrary to our meeting with the visitors, wasn't it? Remember when we went over to their hotel before the game, and one of the themes they kept hitting us with was, let's put the pressure on the #1 seed and see if they can handle it. Let's do that. Well, they're the #1 seed for a reason. Best team all year long. They're showing it again in this game.
On 3rd down, Moreland slings this deep from McLaurin. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Here's Tressway now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. This will be fielded at the 17. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are going to start thinking, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Evans has it left side. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. They had to go for it with such little time remaining.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Slings this deep from McLaurin.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Into a sea of defenders had intercepted. And the Bucs are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
But we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Foster to throw from his end zone.
He gets this to Coulter complete.
Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now Foster from the gun on third down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs.